Hey there, friends. Meteorologist Shane Smith here with you. It is Friday, January 3rd, just after 2 o'clock. Winter storm watch is now up for most of Kentucky, so let's take a look at what we're expecting for this weekend storm on Sunday. Our storm starts near midnight at Paducah as a little bit of snow, and then as we go towards 3 a.m., that pushes to Bowling Green. As warm air comes in, that snow changes to a wintry mix and some freezing rain, and by 9 a.m., it's approaching London and Lexington and Dry Ridge. So the snow pushes into eastern Kentucky during the afternoon. The freezing rain pushes northeast. By around 3 o'clock, it is overtaking most of the western half of the state. And as that warm air wraps in the late afternoon, we'll change it over to plain rain in the southern part of the state, a wintry mess for the central part of the state, and staying snow in the northern part. Then, as the storm pushes eastward, we will see snow continuing in the north, rain for most of eastern and southern Kentucky, and the wintry mist continuing in central Kentucky. As the storm exits the state, we transition back to all snow, and most of us will see a couple hours of light snow, but into far eastern Kentucky, the snow may linger all the way from Monday evening into early Tuesday morning, with some light upslope snow bringing additional accumulation. Behind the system, temperatures absolutely tank. We're talking highs on Tuesday into the mid-20s, lows Wednesday morning into the teens. Feels like temperatures into the single digits, and it's a similar story on Thursday with even colder air temperatures. We may not get out of the mid-teens, and that could cause some real problems. With temperatures that cold, salt will not be as effective for cleaning up the road. And we are going to see two different camps for the models. The European and Canadian model bring the heavier snow further south, while the GFS model is keeping everything up into far northern Kentucky. I'm tending to lean more towards the European and Canadian camp of models right now. Unfortunately, that also brings the freezing rain further south. You'll notice the Canadian and European model showing over a half inch of freezing rain south of I-64, but the GFS keeps it north of I-64. Okay, so everybody wants to know, what is the snow and ice forecast? Well, I think northern Kentucky is the easy part on this one. I'm calling for 6 to 10 inches of snow with higher isolated amounts in the light blue. You get into central Kentucky along the I-64 corridor, that's where the forecast starts to get really tricky. I think for most folks along I-64, 4 to 8 inches of snow and up to or around a half inch of freezing rain. You get south of that into south central Kentucky above the Hal Rogers Parkway, the Cumberland Parkway, and Highway 80. We're talking 2 to 5 inches of snow with up to 3/4 inch of ice. I think the more ice we see, though, the lower the snow, and vice versa. If you see less ice, you'll see more snow. In far southern Kentucky and southwestern Kentucky, 1 to 3 inches of snow with up to a half inch of freezing rain. And you get down into Tennessee, and most of those folks are just seeing plain Jane rain. Now, this forecast will change as new data comes in, and I'm going to be honest, I wasn't super happy with my map. I had to draw it on my cell phone. I'm away from my computer right now. So there will be some adjustments, but this gives you a rough idea. Northern Kentucky, heavy snow heading your way. Get ready for horrible travel conditions and probably some isolated power outages. We go into central Kentucky, it's going to be a mess. Let's hope it's more snow than ice, but either way, expect bad travel conditions and power outages likely. South of I-64, between I-64 and the Hal Rogers Parkway and the Cumberland Parkway and the Western Kentucky Parkway, get ready for a lot of ice and light amounts of snow. Power outages look likely in this area. In fact, I think we are going to see severe ice storm conditions most of Sunday. And then as we go into far southern Kentucky and down into Tennessee, this is looking like a mainly rain event until you get up into the Smokies, when they'll get some light snow from this. Now, keep it here for more weather information, and I'll have updates as the storm approaches.